but it was the same old veteran presence making the major difference for the Tanners last week in their week 1 victory. Tonight, it's the Battle of Win Street between the 1-0 Burlington Red Devils and the hometown Woburn Tanners. Good evening, everybody, and welcome to this week's football on the Public Media Center. Alongside my broadcast, the running game was a big part of the win last week for the Tanners. Can you speak on that?
Yeah, Joey, I can speak on that, but first of all, I want to say it's another beautiful night of football in Woburn. 65 degrees and cloudy. Hurricane Lee just not here yet for Tanner football, so we're going to have a beautiful game tonight, beautiful weather. Sun is out, not just yet because it's Friday Night Lights. And now, Joey, you mentioned the running game. Last week, Brian Lush, Brian Frere. Brian Frere specifically is 273 yards away from the Woburn Tanners rushing record from Tom Hart. Ryan Lush played a big part last week with a big touchdown to take momentum back in Woburn's favor against the Lancers. Tonight, the Red Devils, though. Joey, talk a little bit more about the Red Devils.
They won their opening league matchup last week against Westboro by a score of 13-12, just narrowly after a missed short field goal by the Westboro Rangers. But all in all, they're 1-0 and looking to get to 2-0 here tonight against the Tanners as the captains reach the field. It's Evan Kolodko, Ryan Piscini, Joe Senna, Mark Catone for the Tanners.
And great work in practice from honorary captain Dante Delagrati this week. Quick shout out to him. But I want to mention, Joey, you said the Red Devils are 1-0, but really a sketchy 1-0. They played a Westboro team that finished very low in the state last year, 1-9. And Burlington last year were not very good, 3-5, and were 11th in the Middlesex League, also finishing 26th in Division 4. And as we know, Joey, Division 4 is not a great division. So it's going to be interesting to see how the Red Devils cope against a very, very potent Woburn running game.
Last year for Burlington, it was kind of a rebuilding year. They're now under the second season under coach George Bailey, and also into the second season with quarterback Anthony Jerrier, number 10. Jerrier did try to expand into the pass game at points last week as well, but when he felt pressure, he was not afraid to get out of the pocket and run the football.
Woburn defer and win the toss, so the Burlington Red Devils will start with the football. Of course, the Tanners getting it in the second half. Tanners, Red Devils coming after the Star-Spangled Banner.
We are back here on Woburn Public Media Center as we are just about set and ready to go for week 2 of Tanner football. Now, last week we saw the first varsity start out of starting quarterback number 2, Caden Davis. Zeke, what did you think out of Davis after week 1?
You know, Caden made some rather questionable decisions when throwing the football, but overall, game control, and being able to hand the ball off and really know what's coming at him, I thought he did a really good job. It's going to be interesting to see how he can capitalize on a really average, at best, Burlington defense. But let's see how Caden can do in the passing game, because Coach Belcher wasn't one to give Davis many opportunities to throw the football last week.
Mark Catone leads his team out as the Tanners will be going in their home blacks with black jerseys, black pants, orange and white stripes with the Tanner decal on the black helmet. As for Burlington, they'll be going in their road whites with white jerseys, white pants, red and blue numbers with red and blue striping on the side. The Tanners deferred. We are underway here in week 2 as it's a deep kick taken in by Burlington. Almost past the 20 now, looking to bang, bring it outside. They will be unsuccessful, but it'll be marked down at the 30-yard line.
Joey, let's take a look at the Tanners defense here. They're starting 7. Senna, Delagrati, Souza, Merlane, Ferreira, Kolodko, Kanivi. But an interesting touch that Coach Belcher had on the nose tackle position was Jaden Castriota. Of course, one of the star offensive linemen came in to play a little defense there and was a big piece against Longmeadow.
Anthony Jerrier, the quarterback, as aforementioned, he'll take the shotgun snap in the pistol formation. It's an early handoff and a minimal gain on first down near the 34.
Right up the middle there for the Red Devils as they look to be playing rather quickly here, trying to catch the Tanners off guard.
Back in the shotgun goes Garrier. Waiting for the snap, does the hard count, now looks back towards the bench as number 12 comes in motion.
It's like a change play there, quarterback and listening to the coaches.
That's number 12, Kevin Conti, on the motion as Garrier will hand it off again, and it's a community tackle there by the Tanners early.
That tackle really led by senior captain Brian Ferrer. Of course, the offensive star we all know and love, but can really have a big effect on the defense. Of course, not to mention the loss of star linebacker last year, senior captain Michael Doherty, who we wish his best at Worcester Polytechnical Institute.
It's a third down now upcoming for the Red Devils on their opening drive of tonight's contest.
Connor Foley getting a chance at cornerback here, the young sophomore.
It's a 3rd and 8 from the 32-yard line. A shotgun I-form formation with trips out to the bottom of your screen and a lone receiver to the top. It's a drop-back shotgun pass. As we said, Garrier likes to run. He will run here. Back towards the middle of the field, taken down.
Another big play by the Tanners defense. Matt Souza really getting there to force 4th down as the Red Devils punching unit comes on the field. A very, very good set of plays for the Tanners there. 3 and out are one of the most beautiful words for a defense to say.
Garrier avoided the initial contact, but 3 Tanners converge on the tackle to get him down before the first down marker, as this punt will be spotted at the 35-yard line.
Lush and Pacini back there for the kick.
As it's an end-over-end snap line drive kick. Pacini the closest man there, but he'll let it skirt out of bounds near the 30.
Let's talk a little bit about the Tanners offense. We mentioned quarterback Caden Davis in his 2nd ever varsity start. Let's talk about the passing players, whether it be Ryan Pacini, Mark Coutone came in for a couple plays, or Evan Kolodko. They're going to have to be big targets for Caden Davis. He wants to get a rhythm, find a style with his passing game, as he didn't really develop that in the first game. But interesting what Coach Belcher will go for in the first few plays, as Coach Mullen's defense really delivered in the first 3 plays.
Last week may have been the most involved in the offense. We've seen Ryan Pacini as he even got some carries on the sweeps, as the Tanners back in their full house formation now. Evan Kolodko flexes to the other side, along with Kanivi going to slot receiver with 3 receivers to the bottom of your screen. And it's an early handoff to Ferreira, who is taken down near the 35.
Looked like a 3-yard gain there. Now a nice even number of 269. So 269 from that Tom Hart record. We'll keep you updated on that throughout the night as it goes.
Davis back into the huddle now. The run game was really the heartbeat for this Tanners offense last week, and I'm sure they'll try to get that going again as the Red Devils stack the box, but it's another run up the middle.
Ryan Piscini on the carry there. We saw Coach Belcher go to him in running situations when guys like Lush and Ferreira were both not on the field, as Davis collects his play from Coach Belcher and goes back in the huddle. Joey, what a beautiful night for Tanners football it is.
Definitely a little bit chillier compared to last week, but no matter the weather, the Tanners and the Red Devils are always ready to play. Three-back formation here for the Tanners. The under center snap taken by Davis right up the middle again, but the front seven of that Red Devil defense gets there again for a minimal gain. The handoff once again went to Ferreira.
Stop short of the first down here.
Davis still talking to Coach Belcher as they determine whether or not to go for it here early.
You know, in these situations, Joey, the game is locate Ryan Lush. Where is he going? Is he in the offense? Is he on the line? Is he in the back? Or is he punting? And it looks like Lush. It looks like the Tanners will be going for it here. Big play.
4th and 1 from the 39. Davis back under center. Here comes some pressure, it looks like, from the Red Devils. They lost the snap, did Ferreira. Caden Davis goes down as he had to corral the ball. But all in all, it's a major loss on 4th down, and the Red Devils will take over with good field position here on their second drive.
And Joey, the Tanners give it right back to their defense. A really sloppy play there. Not very happy Coach Belcher must be with that, and they have to go right back to trusting their defense, who did well, and the offense didn't help them out with that one, Joey.
A little miscommunication on the handoff between Ferreira and Davis. But as we mentioned, this is only Caden Davis' second varsity start there, so there are meant to be those hiccups at some point starting the season.
Oh, 100%, Joey. That's not totally Davis' fault. It's really a communication fault by the team.
Garrier back in the shotgun, quick pass, complete, and Marcatone gets there to wrap the receiver up right away.
Burlington saw a couple plays not really develop there on that first set of downs they had on their 3 and out. Opting to go for the very, very quick pass to really get the offense going as they gained a couple yards there. 2nd and 3 for the Red Devils. See how the Tanners defense can cope with this.
John Mello gets the reception there from Garrier as Garrier remains in the shotgun formation with one lone receiver. He's going looking that way again, now fires to the check down, and pressure on the initial tackle, but it might be good enough for a first down. No, the mark short, creating a 3rd down after a 2-yard gain, which will lead to a 3rd and 1.
Charles Hannafin with that catch in. If anyone is aware of Burlington sports, Hannafin, a very popular name in that city or town.
3rd down and 1 upcoming here for the Red Devils on their second drive of the night after turning over the Tanners on downs on their opening drive. Garrier in the shotgun with a running back, to his hip. Up the middle goes the running back. Good enough for a first down, taken down by Ryan Piscini. That was number 30, Joe Poland.
Really good work from the Red Devils offensive line there, making that hole on that right side wide open for Poland to run straight through. A tackle by one of the linebackers of the Tanners, but not before the Red Devils get their first down of this football game.
Poland is a guy you're going to see on both sides of the ball, similar to Brian Ferreira, but we'll see Poland at the defensive end on the other side of the ball. Garrier back in the pistol shotgun with Poland to his back. It's a fake handoff to him inside to number 11, Conti, who makes the catch. That's Mello near the 11-yard line.
Another quick fire pass by Garrier as Kolodko with the quick tackle. But Burlington keep chipping away. 2nd and 3 now. Woburn defense has to be careful here.
Slowly getting closer and closer to that end zone is this Red Devil offense, as we have a whistle and a stoppage here.
Confusion from the Red Devils bench as the Tanners stay put as Coach Belcher comes out talking to the refs. Wonder what's going on here.
Matt Souza also there in conversation. Souza will head off.
Belcher does not look too happy as senior Lonnie Exame comes into the game.
Replacing Souza at tight end. 2nd and 3. Back in the I form now. Go the Red Devils. It's a handoff to Poland. Exame is there. And he'll need multiple defenders to help him get Poland down. Ferreira came in from his linebacker spot.
Poland got a couple yards there, but still 2 yards short of that first down marker. Big play here for the Red Devils. They want 7 points on this drive. But this is one of those plays which you call a 4-point play, Joey.
This will be a 3rd and 2 from the 10-yard line for the Red Devils as they look to capitalize on their second chance to score the first points of tonight's ball game. In the shotgun is Garrier waiting the snap. Takes it, and up the middle goes Poland. He is into the end zone for a Red Devil touchdown. The Red Devils able to capitalize on the turnover on downs and march the ball right down the field for their touchdown. And for the first time this season, the Tanners find themselves trailing.
And like you said, Joey, it started right on that turnover. It was sloppy play as we watch the extra point now.
Good snap. The extra point kick is up and good to extend the lead to 7 for Burlington. And with 3:59 left to go in the first quarter, we'll be back for Woburn's next drive here on WPMC.
Back on Woburn Public Media Center here. Burlington up 7-0. Their last touchdown by Poland, number 30. But Joey, like I mentioned before, it's all started with that turnover. Sloppy play from, looked like the center, maybe some communication from the other O-lineman and the quarterback. All starts with that. The defense gets pinned down in their area. On a 3rd down play, a big play, they can't capitalize. And what do you know, Burlington are in the end zone.
Arthur De Barros Paso sends it away. It's taken in by Woburn. And the initial man is evaded, but taken down by a multitude of Red Devils after that. And out comes Caden Davis to start his second drive of the night.
Now let's see, this is character time, Joey. A big hit, 7-0 to your team against really not a good team. Caden Davis, the new quarterback, this is character time. See how he can respond in a difficult moment like this when it's not expected.
Indeed, and I think for a young guy like Davis, I think he just has to erase that mistake as it's Austin Ferreira towards the outside. He's tripped down after a short game.
Like I asked him last week, Joey, Frere is really not focused on that record right now. He just wants to win football games.
That is a great first team attitude to have, as I think everybody knows that the Tanners' goal for this season is to get as deep into the postseason as they can.
Here's that
Second and 6 from the 37 and 2 running back set. Up the middle. Nice penetration there once again by the Red Devil defensive line for a minimal gain of 2.
Kanivi there. The third runner the Tanners have had. Still yet to see Ryan Lush on a carry.
Lush, of course, we know has that outlandish speed that can almost outrun anybody on the field at any point as Davis makes his way once again back into the huddle.
Look for Lush and Piscini on the bottom of your screen with that typical 2 running back set with Kanivi and Ferreira.
Shotgun snap taken. It's out inside run to Ferreira near the first down marker. It is good enough for a first down, and that will advance the drive for the Tanners.
You know, we love the big plays from Ferreira going to the house every single play. But that's just a massive play there. You know, you don't get that. You're punting right back to Burlington, and they're going the other way, and you're down 7-0. Ferreira getting that first down, keeping that drive alive is really important with a team that's really confused what they're doing right now. It's Kolotko at the bottom of your screen.
Empty set now for Davis as Lush comes in motion. Here's his first carry of the night. Gets the edge across midfield. 40, 35, 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown Tanners, but we have a flag on the field. And it looks like that touchdown unfortunately won't stand.
It looked to be Evan Kolotko, a legal block in the back. You could tell, Joey, right when that player went down, Evan Kolotko put both hands up. But that play, like you said, Joey, will be coming back, and that's unfortunate because, like we said, first time Ryan Lush got the ball after I said we haven't seen Ryan Lush, and he could have had a big play there, but unfortunately a penalty as he comes out of the game with Kolotko.
Absolutely. It's showing that explosive speed. Unfortunate miscue there by Kolotko and the Tanners. Nonetheless, the drive is not over as Davis now back with his offense. Davis under center, 1st and 6 due to the penalty from midfield. And another handoff this time to Kanivi, but he's stopped behind the line by a multitude of Red Devils for a loss of 1.
Burlington Red Devils seem to have something cooking here on the defensive end. They really playing well for this game as the first few plays really not going the Tanners' way.
Gatone coming off the field here. Piscini going out wide with Lush again. Davis under center this time with the 2 back set. Kanivi the fullback. The handoff will go to Ferreira up the middle, across midfield near the 45. Not there. It will be marked down at the 47 after a gain of 5.
Ferreira chugging his way to a 3rd and short as Evan Kolotko comes back in the game after his illegal block in the back a few plays earlier.
3rd and 3 now for the Tanners, and this seems like a big conversion to get if possible.
Dylan Sigsbury in the game at tight end, really looking for that blocking game here.
Another fumble. This one goes on the ground, and the Red Devils jump on it immediately. A second mistake in a row for the Tanners, and the Red Devils will get the ball back.
Wow, Joey. Wow. Another miscommunication from that offense, and Burlington number 4, Joshua Pupa, lands right on the football there, and Burlington are going the other way with 29 seconds left in the first quarter. Just an incredible sequence of plays here to start the game. No one expected this.
I hate to go back to the miscue, but the Tanners could have had a touchdown on that play if it wasn't for the hold by Evan Kolotko. Not on that play, but on that drive, excuse me.
Let's look at number 11, John Mello on the bottom of your screen. He's that target guy for Guerrier in his offense.
Guerrier in the shotgun with Poland to his back. It's a fake handoff to Poland now. Play action screen the other way. And out across the 40-yard line for a gain of 9. That's Hannafin on the reception and run.
Burlington's gears seem to be moving. Really caught the defense off guard there, everybody going right. And at the last second, they threw left. And you have to say a mismatch with Mello and Foley on the bottom of the screen, but that's going to be the end of the first quarter on this one. Really, really interesting football game so far. Can't wait for the rest of it. We'll be back after the break, Joey.
Has their cheerleader for
Welcome back on Woburn Media Center as Guerrier and the Red Devil offense is back on the ball in that same formation they've been in. This time it's a screen to Poland. There is a flag on the field as Poland avoids 2 defenders and then finally gets taken out of bounds. We'll see what the call is as Coach Belcher getting a few words in with the refereeing crew.
Looks like to be holding on the Red Devils there. Encroachment.
It will be holding on the Red Devils, which will back them up.
As the crowd serenades, you can't do that.
Very factual statement there.
Joey, in a game like this, you need your big players to make big plays, and I'm talking about the 2 defensive ends for the Tanners, Jalen Merlane and Matt Souza. They got to get to the quarterback. They got to make something happen.
Shotgun formation again for Guerrier. 1 receiver out wide to the top of your screen. It's a handoff to Poland again. This time he gets upended quickly by Brian Ferreira, and that's the best run coverage play of the night so far from the Tanners.
Now Brian Ferreira making a big tackle, flipping the runner there, but that sets up a big 3rd down play here. If they can stop them for a minimal gain here, that's a punt, and the Tanners get the ball right back. Right now, 10:55 and change, but the Tanners really have to take control of this game before halftime.
Back into the huddle now go the Red Devils. Zeke, as you said, a big 3rd down upcoming here. 3rd and 6 from the 44-yard line is where the ball is marked. 2 receivers both sides of the ball. Drop back passing is Guerrier firing to the corner. It's deflected and incomplete.
You know, sometimes we criticize Caden Davis on the offensive end, but boy, was that a big block on the defensive end. That big block puts his offense right back on the field if Burlington punts here, which a big personnel change would assume that they are.
We saw some energy there from the Tanners on the defensive end and on the sideline after the stop, and I think that could start to bring some momentum back in the favor of the Tanners as they go back on the ball after the punt, down 7-0 with 10:28 to go. Here comes the end over and kick towards the end line, and it's out of bounds here. Cassini with not a chance to get a run back. Davis will come back out on the field with the offense.
We're going right back to where we
There's
were.
a big coaches huddle here. Really talking to his players, like Coach Belcher always tells his players. Joey, can you tell us those 2 words?
Effort and focus, and I'm sure those are the 2 main points here as they go back on the ball on offenses. The focus seems to be a little bit lapsed here early with the 2 turnovers.
See how this young offensive line can charge the running game down the field as Lush and Ferrer, the first time we've seen that tonight together.
Davis still in at quarterback under center, takes the snap. It's a handoff to Ferreira, who looks to bounce it on the counter, but is stopped at the 31-yard line.
And Joey, we asked Ryan Lush before the game and talking about the differences between the games of him and Brian Ferreira. Lush talked about his speed
Under
and
center,
how
takes
fast
the
he
snap.
can be at
it's a
times.
handoff to Ferreira, who looks to
Ferreira
bounce
is
it on
in
the counter.
with the big boys as a flag is on the play here.
We have an after-the-play personal foul going against Burlington, which will bump up the Tanners 15 yards.
See, Joey, on the first two Burlington drives, the Tanners gave them a chance to score. Now Burlington really giving the Tanners a chance to capitalize. Let's see how they can do it.
Davis in the shotgun with offset trips, but this time he goes right up the middle himself on a quarterback draw near midfield for a 4-yard gain.
And Joey, we talked about that last year. Davis, different from senior captain Brett Tuslow last year. Really a fast, athletic piece for this team. And if Coach Belcher needs it, Davis can run the football at times when needed.
That run marked down at the 49-yard line as Davis gets back into the huddle with the offense. And we've seen the Tanners drive the ball down the field somewhat successfully to start this game. Just the 2 turnovers diminishing those drives as we're back in the same formation, but a timeout for Woburn. As we back after the break here on WPMC.
Oh, can I? Heard you. Yeah, come on, get out. I can't get it up. All right. Yo, let's go, let's go, let's go! Let's get hype! Wow, you guys are not hype. That was not hype. Wow, our fan section is not hype. I repeat, not. Yeah.
Welcome back here on WPMC with the score 7-0 in favor of Burlington with 9:19 left in the first half. Davis back in the shotgun again. He will hand it off to Ferreira, who's got some space, looking to bounce it to the edge. Does so, down the sideline, and out of bounds.
Big gain there from Brian Ferreira. Keeps getting closer to that Tom Hart rushing record as the Tanners move the sticks here for the first time in a little bit. And Joey, there are some little plays in a football game that need to be emphasized. And 2 of those first downs that Brian Ferreira had need to be emphasized. Not the most flashy plays, but that one, give credit to that offensive line opening up space there.
Evan Kolodko out wide to the bottom of your screen. It's a drop back pass, and this time it's a dump off to Ferreira, who's got some speed and space. And he is taken down after a gain of 15 on the reception on the halfback screen.
First down from the Tanners there. Another risky block from Evan Kolodko. Luckily, the Red Devils defender was faced straight at the start, but turned his back towards the end.
Dylan Sigsbury checks back in for the Tanners for that extra blocker. First and 10 from the Burlington 20. It's an outside handoff to Pacini, who is taken down early after a gain of nothing.
They looked for that jet sweep there with the speedy Pacini. Like we talked about last week, Ryan Pacini, one of the fastest players on this team and one of the fastest people in Woburn, quite frankly. But number 4, Joshua Pupa, there on the tackle for the Red Devils.
Lush back into the game now, subbing out Sigsbury. Davis under center with the two-back set. Lush comes in motion. He will be an extra blocker, but it's Ferreira who's chopped down early there.
And we talk about Brian Ferreira on both sides of the field. But a player that we keep talking about for the Red Devils, it feels like it's been all game so far, is Joseph Polland. A big tackle there to stop Ferreira.
Third down here for Woburn. Davis now has the play.
Joey, a massive play if the Tanners want to take control of this football game. Two-back set. Look for Kolodko on the bottom of your screen.
It's a third and long at 3rd and 14, and a whistle is blown for a timeout for the Red Devils. And we'll take the break once again. It's 3rd and 14 after the break with 6:31 to go. Back here on Woburn Public Media Center with 3rd and 14 upcoming for the Tanners with 6:31 to go in the first half. Now, Zeke, it'll be interesting to see if this is a 4-down territory area for the Tanners and if they'll look to get 14 yards in the matter of 2 plays instead of just 1.
Joey, it really depends on the yards they get on this 3rd down play, as Coach Belcher has been a risk taker in the past.
Davis in the split back set, drops back to pass, looking deep, firing towards the end zone, and it's intercepted at the goal line. A 3rd turnover of the game early for Davis. And the Red Devils have all the momentum with 6:21 to go.
Wow, Joey, I keep saying it. The chip on their shoulder mentality from the Red Devils continues. This time, Matthew Conte. Last time, it was Pupa. Before, Joseph Polland. They just continue to keep their foot on the gas pedal, especially on the defensive end.
Now the Red Devils with a chance to get their lead to double digits with any field goal and or a touchdown. As Garrier has done well facilitating the offense so far, been successful in those mid-range passes, and Joseph Polland has done well in the run game up to this point. Garrier back in the shotgun formation, single back, here comes the motion. It's a sweep. And a multitude of Tanners will get to the ball for a gain of 0. 2nd down and 10.
Relentless tackling from the Tanners defense there on that last play. And that's something that we really haven't worried about in this game so far. The defense has been good. The one time they let up points, their offense put them in that situation. Very comparable to the Patriots after the Zeke Elliott fumble when Devonta Smith scored his touchdown last Sunday.
Garrier back in that shotgun with Polland to his backside. Garrier will drop back looking to pass. Firing right towards the corner, and it is caught. Was he in bounds? Yes, he was. It's a completed catch for the Red Devils by Ryan Brooks, number 26.
A really good route run by Ryan Brooks. Looked to be in double coverage, but quarterback Anthony Garrier put it in the breadbasket for his wide receiver.
The Tanners struggling on both sides of the ball up to this point. Garrier back on the ball with the Red Devils with 2 receivers to the top of your screen and 2 also to the bottom. And a whistle is blown. We'll be back
Timeout. Burlington.
after a timeout by Burlington with 4:45, left to go in the first half. The score still stands 7 Burlington, Woburn 0. Back here with 4:45 left to go in the first half. Burlington still up 7-0. Guerrier in the shotgun. Fake handoff, play action screen. And it's well covered by the Tanners with dragging defenders. Is the receiver, but a flag on the play.
Number 11, John Mello.
That's John Mello on the reception, but we'll have to see what the flag is.
Mello, one of the players we talked about at the top of the show. But there, despite the flag, which was to be on Burlington, despite that flag, the Tanners in for the tackle. Not enough players jumping in for the tackle. Really an entitled mentality right now. Really expecting to come onto the field and win this football game. You got to fight for this. This is high school football. Every team has talented players.
Any team can win on any given day. As the ineligible man downfield will back up the Red Devils to 1st and 15. This time it's a handoff to the running back Poland, who stopped early. Ferreira and Delagrati with big tackles there to make it 2nd down and 15.
Number 20, Fred Odin.
Guerrier back on the ball as the Red Devils will make some substitutions. 3:47 left to go in the first half of play. The Tanners will receive the second half kickoff after deferring the opening coin toss.
The clock continues to tick here. 3:36 and counting left in this first half, and the Tanners still have no control of this football game.
It's a 2nd and 14 from the 28-yard line of the Red Devils. Guerrier takes the snap, rolling out, looking to fire towards the corner near the sideline. It'll be a matter of the decision, and it's a completed catch. According to the referee, it's number 15, Charlie Hannafin, with another reception here early tonight. And Guerrier's looked very good in the passing game up to this point, Zeke.
Yeah, Joey, just about to mention that. Guerrier hasn't missed many passes out there. Other than that Davis tipped pass, it really has been easy for him, to say the least. Wide receivers getting open fast, and that's looked to be the strategy for the Burlington Red Devils so far in this game.
Still a 3rd down despite the completion, as Guerrier barks out some signals, back now into the shotgun formation. He'll wait for the snap. It's a handoff up the middle, taken down, but it's good enough for a 1st down. It's Joe Poland again on the carry. That's good enough for the Burlington 1st.
As Coach Belcher talks to the referee at the bottom of your screen, you seem to wonder, when will this Burlington team get stopped despite the record? It's a rivalry game, Joey. There's a reason why they call this the Battle of Win Street. And really, Joey, Burlington really showing they want it much more.
We mentioned at the top of the show, with the new year and some new faces, some of that inexperience up to this point is showing for the Tanners. Motion by Mello. This time it's a screen back the other way to Poland. That's intercepted by Brian Ferreira. Down the sideline he goes, but he's out of bounds. And here comes the entire Tanners sideline as we go back to the replay, as Ferreira basically ripped the ball out of Poland's hands to get the interception.
Joey, Brian Ferreira doing his Teddy Bruschi impression. Wow. And I was about to say, Joey, that this Tanners team is obviously more talented than this Red Devils team. And one big play could turn the game on its head. And maybe that play is the one to take control of the game for the Tanners with 1:46, but they need a touchdown here before halftime.
You mentioned earlier, Zeke, big-time players need to make big-time plays in big-time moments. Brian Ferreira is absolutely a big-time player. He gets the ball back here on the offensive end, but he's spun down in the backfield.
The Red Devils doing a great job to penetrate that Woburn offensive line there. Tanners need to get a couple plays in a row going here.
The Tanners had the advantage on the line pretty obviously last week against Longmeadow. We haven't seen that up to this point against the Red Devils. Back into the shotgun formation goes Davis. Dropping back to pass, he flips it over to Ferreira, who tries to make a move, evades the first guy, but is ripped down by two Burlington defenders after a gain of 2.
Belcher already knows the play for his quarterback here as time keeps ticking. 56 and counting going down here as the Tanners get right back into their formation. Look at Bassini and Lush on the bottom of your screen. Ferreira in a wide receiver role.
Davis rolls out looking to pass, firing deep towards the end zone. And it's caught by Ryan Lush.
Gotta go fast here. Ryan Lush with a big catch, but they cannot stop here as Coach Belcher is gonna call a timeout with 40 seconds left. What a big catch by Ryan Lush. And we've been criticizing quarterback Caden Davis a lot in this game, but that was a big throw from the young QB.
Can the Tanners capitalize on the 2-for-1 opportunity? We'll find out after the break. Back here as it's 1st and goal from the 8-yard line for the Tanners. Back under center goes Davis. This time he rolls out to pass again. Looking, firing. Going to the end zone. It's intercepted in the end zone again. This time in the end zone. On the doorstep of a touchdown where the Tanners.
In that situation, Joe, you really got nothing there. You want to throw the football away. And new quarterback Caden Davis can't seem to catch a break after that beautiful pass there. Just can't find a rhythm. It's so frustrating, it must be, for him, as you know he wants to keep doing well and become consistent. He'll eventually find it, but this is one of those humps that he's going to need to cross.
Matt Conti comes up with his second INT of the game. And just like that, the Red Devils are back on the ball. With 38 seconds to go, they avoid giving Woburn the 2-for-1 opportunity.
Timeout. Burlington.
And it'll be a Burlington timeout. We'll be back for the final 38 ticks of the first half after the break.
Back here on Woburn Public Media Center as the Red Devils will kneel here on their first play after that big interception from Conti. 29 seconds as the refs have a little conference with both teams.
Maybe a warning being issued, but I'm not entirely sure.
Anthony, you're not lying about how heavy the camera is, man.
And with that, we are headed to halftime with the score Burlington 7, Woburn 0. We'll be back for the next half of football after the break on WPMC.
Half to half the score. Now taking the field is the Woburn Memorial High School Tanner Band, under the direction of Mr. Jack Kelly, Mr. Steve Turcott, Miss Amy Thompson, Mr. Ashley Larson, and Miss Lauren Tucker. The drum majors are seniors Megan Samarka and Rachel Harrelson. The student leaders for the band also include Stephen Bernadine Matthew, Adrian Caruso, Alana Fitzlin, Katie Fleming, Sylvia Keating, Dawson LeBlanc, Morgan Redondo Winiger, Reagan Mohammed, Anna Morea, and Leslie Sola. The Woburn Memorial High School Marching Band will be presenting their show, Senior Spotlight. Drum majors, is your band ready? Memorial High School Painter Band, you may take the field.
We are back here on Woburn Public Media Center for the start of some second half football. Now, Zeke, it's only week 2 into the season, but it's an important season upcoming for these seniors, of which the Tanners have a lot.
Joey, did you just hear that? The 50-50 raffle draw just came out, and apparently the person just won $1 billion. No, I'm only playing. But, like we said, a very important season, especially for the seniors. You know, we talked to senior special teams leader Michael Nicholas before the game, and he was really emotional when we asked him about his senior season. He said, after 4 seasons, this team means so much to me. A state title would be incredible, but I will still never forget my boys. And like he said, Joey, they want to get to Gillette this year. Games like this won't help them. But every team makes mistakes, and it's about how they bounce back. Every great coach will say that. They have 11:55 left in the third quarter and a fourth quarter left to do just that, Joey.
The opening kickoff hits the turf, but the Tanners will start their opening second half drive behind the 20-yard line.
See how this offense can drive down the field with the start. A stack at the bottom of the screen with Piscini and Lush wide.
We saw Caden Davis in the shotgun more towards the start of that second half. He goes with the hard count and gets a jump. But we'll see where it ends up. It'll be a false start going against Woburn.
That will be on number 56, junior Joe Senna. He pumps his helmet in dismay with that call. But that shoots at a wider issue. Unforced errors. We haven't talked about it much, but it's a topic that has been very evident where we really haven't needed to talk about it because it's been obvious.
Davis tried to get Burlington to jump offside, but he ended up getting his own man to start early. Piscini and Lush on the same side of the field. Caden in the shotgun, dropping back, looking to throw, now evades pressure, rolling out, still looking, and goes down after he floats one up. Pass will be ruled incomplete.
Here's the replay on the play. Davis rolled out and was clamored right away by the Burlington defender, but thankfully the pass is ruled incomplete.
The pressure by Poland actually knocked the ball free, but it was ruled incomplete, as you said, Zeke.
Poland, like we said, Joey, really does it on both ends of the field.
An early struggle here on offense for the Tanners as they are behind schedule here on 2nd and 16. It's a handoff to Ferreira, who gets ripped down by the jersey.
Poland again, Joey. He really keeps doing it. Davis with the snap. Ferreira tried to use the stiff arm there, but it's tackled right away by Poland. He is really doing a job out there.
Ferreira had a lot of room to run last week against Longmeadow. It's been the exact opposite here thus far against the Red Devils. They've been able to get to him early. Davis back in the shotgun here on 3rd and long. Needs a chunk play here to pick up the first down. Dropping back, rolling out, looking deep, firing, and it is out of bounds, I believe, which would bring up 4th down for the Tanners. And out comes the special teams unit to punt the ball away, and an unsuccessful first drive as the Tanners unable to get points, and they'll send it back to the Red Devils.
One of those throws there by Davis where you just hold your breath as it was overthrown. But punting formation here as Ryan Lush steps back.
But Thomas with the snap as a whistle is blown. It was a booming kick by Lush. With a flag on the field. And it's a delay of game going against Burlington. I'm not sure how that came about.
And Joey, we asked Lush about his special teams work, and he talked about how much work he puts into the special teams, not just for himself, but as a team. It's really a whole unit, the timing and everything.
But Thomas again with the snap, another nice punt by Lush. Hits at the 35, still rolling and out of bounds. Past the 25 and out at the 27.
Great work there from Ryan Lush. A long punt, really pinning Burlington as back as they really possibly could.
I can hear it. I could scream in the moment.
Crowd trying to get the team back into it here. Still down 7-0, 10:47 left. Any time to make a big play. Could be defensively too. Joey, I really wouldn't be against a pick six here.
That would be great for the Tanners momentum-wise. I think that's kind of a play that they're going to need to try and get back into this ball game. And for a time, it looked like the Ferreira interception was going to be exactly that, but to no avail with the interception by Davis. But it's a nice run to start it off by number 30, Joseph Poland, for an 11-yard gain, bringing up a back-to-back first down.
Big tackle there by one of the safeties from the Tanners, but another big run and a big play from the Red Devils offense.
Garrier goes at the hard count, bluffs the initial snap, looks back to his bench area, does not change the formation. It's another handoff to Poland, looking to bounce it. This time he's met fast by the Tanners front seven. It's number 44, Thomas Kanevi on the tackle there for a minimal gain for Burlington.
I want to talk about a matchup that you'll continue seeing on the bottom of your screen. Young Connor Foley against Mello of Burlington. Mello a lot taller than Foley, so it's going to be interesting to see if Garrier looks to punish that later in this game.
Garrier in that same formation he's been in all night long, with trips to the top of your screen offset. Garrier dropping back, looking to pass. Instead, he goes right up the middle, drops down to a knee after a gain of 4 near the 45-yard.
And like we keep saying, Joey, another big third down play here for the defense.
Something that the Tanners like to do is actually being done successfully here by the Red Devils is when they've been on offense, they've been able to hold possession of the ball for multiple minutes at a time, not giving the Tanners that much time on the clock to, when they have their possessions, they have to move fast, as it's now 3rd and 6 with 2 receivers to each side. Slot offset. Garrier in the shotgun. Drops back, looking to fire. Up the middle, it's off the hands of number 15, Hannafin, and incomplete.
Wow, what a drop from Hannafin there. You didn't really expect that. It looked like Burlington had everything going their way. And could that be a momentum change? Joey, we keep guessing when the momentum changes will be because we really don't know. But could that be a momentum change with a big return from one of our star returners to bring it back the Tanners' way?
The young man Connor Foley was in coverage there on that one, and it's 4th down, high snap. The kick is off. It's a high hanging punt taken in on a fair catch by Pacini. And the Tanner offense is getting ready to come back out on the field, and it's the second big coach's huddle of the night so far for the Tanners.
They really want to make sure they have everything covered. They can't be making mistakes right now. 0 points with 8:19 left in the 3rd quarter. I think everyone on that field would admit that's unacceptable. Of course, the quarterback, there has been question marks with his play so far, but he's going to keep giving it to his running backs, Ferreira and Lush. I want to see how captains Evan Colocco and Ryan Pacini can affect this game.
Caden Davis under center, Ferreira the single back. Pressure looks to be coming by Burlington. Ferreira gets into the second level And it's a nice first down run, getting past the defensive line and needing the linebackers to come in to make the tackle was in need for Burlington.
Personnel change there with Dylan Sigsbury coming into the football game in place for Ryan Lush. Looks like they're going with the big man formation here with Sigsbury wide left.
3 backs in the backfield. It's Ferreira again, this time stopped after a minimal gain near the 30-yard line.
It's going to end up being 3rd down and short. Is Sigsbury going to stay in the game here, and are they going to feed it right back to Brian Ferreira to get this first down? Because they must, and I emphasize must, get this first down.
The Tanners are in need of points, and they're in need of points fast.
Dante Delagrotti hyping up the fans on this Friday night. Like we said, Joey, beautiful weather for football. Not as hot as it was last week, with tons of cramps throughout that football game with guys like Brian Ferreira, Anderson Pignaton. But tonight, knock on wood, looks to be all good.
As we have a measurement going on here on the field to make sure the referees are exact with the spot. And we'll be just short to bring up 3rd and inches. With the score 7-0 in favor of Burlington with 7:22 and counting left to go here early in this 3rd quarter.
3rd inches from the 48-yard line.
It's the 3-back set again. Up the middle it goes. Definitely enough for the first down, as this Tanners drive will continue.
And we've criticized Caden Davis a little bit tonight, but that is a massive play. That is a play where you take the ownership of the team as the quarterback and you go in for your life there. And he came up with the first down and a couple more.
The Tanners continue with this full house jumbo formation. Davis under center again. This time it's a play action. The fake. Lush is wide open down the field. Down the sideline he goes. And he will not be caught. It's a Tanner touchdown.
Wow, Joey, what a play from Caden Davis. The play action fake, they give it to Lush. And like we keep saying, just like last week, give Ryan Lush the football in open grass, and he will deliver.
He's got the speed to outrun anybody on the field at any time, and he showed it there. Mark Catone out on the field now with the opportunity to tie the game up with a successful extra point. And that is the momentum that the Tanners needed, and they're 1 point away from knotting this game up. The kick is good, and we are knotted up at 7 with 6:31 left to go, but a whistle is blown. And we'll see if a re-kick is in order, as we have an offsides, as the referee will conference with Coach Belcher to see if he wants to take the extra point or...
Oh, Ferreira's coming back in this ball game. They're going to get the ball at the 1 yard line, and they're going to go for this lead.
Now, due to the penalty, the Tanners have the opportunity to take a 1 point lead with a successful 2 point conversion. Back out here comes the big formation. This is a big play here upcoming for Woburn with an opportunity to take the lead. Up the middle it goes, and they're in. The 2 point conversion is good, and just like that, in a matter of moments, the Tanners up 8-7.
And a couple big blocks there. It looked like Ferreira was going to get tackled, but a shifty move and a big block from senior captain Ryan Piscini got him into the end zone. And I want to mention Ryan Piscini one more time. After that big throw by Caden Davis, he went right to Davis and talked about how good he is and emphasized what a great pass he threw. Senior captain leadership from Ryan Piscini, and let's keep this momentum going with 6:31 left in the 3rd quarter.
You could see the change in energy there after the 2 point conversion was successful, as multiple players on the Tanners ended up coming away with a whole lot of energy and emotion coming down the sideline. The kickoff is underway, taken in by Burlington, looking to evade all the defenders in reverse field is Ryan Brooks. Down the sideline he goes, evades Passini and is finally taken out of bounds. After a decent return, he got one last week against Westboro all the way to the opposing 35-yard line. So you know how explosive he can be in the special teams game.
Joey, relentless there from Burlington. Going right down that sideline, knowing that they just gave up 8 points, knowing that they just gave up their lead. But they stay working hard and stay knowing that they can win this football game. But the Tanners, let's see how their defense can respond. Once again, Foley versus Mello on the bottom of your screen.
Gary, you're back in the shotgun. It's a handoff to Poland, who looks to get to the edge and evades the first wave of tacklers, and now is out of bounds. Past the 50 for a 10-yard gain and good enough for the first down.
Same spot that the kickoff return was from, right down that right sideline. We mentioned Foley on the bottom of your screen, but Lush on the top of your screen, really working to contain that side of the football.
We've seen Burlington have success both in the run game and in the pass game up to this point, but now as the Tanners have the lead, defense becomes all that more important. And there is a great play, stopping the play in the backfield with a multitude of Tanners. J.J. Merlane was there, Caden Davis was there.
And that's a name that we didn't really hear that much last week, and we haven't really heard it throughout this football game. Jalen Merlane, a senior. This is his last season. He needs to make some big plays, and that was a big play, making it second and about 13. And like we said, Joey, Burlington beating Westboro. Westboro, of course, missing the field goal at the end of last week's game, making them 1-0 going to this one. And of course, the Tanners destroying Longmeadow.
After that tackle for loss, it's 2nd and 13 for Burlington. Ferreira showing pressure. He does go up the middle. It's a play action pass by Garrier, firing over the head of his receiver. It was intended for Ryan Brooks.
Brooks was open there. I'm surprised that Garrier didn't find him with the trip of the young man Connor Foley trying to stay with Brooks.
We do have a penalty flag on the field. And with the conference with Coach Belcher, you have to assume that this penalty is going to go against Burlington, but it's a matter of whether or not to accept the penalty for Coach Belcher. The penalty is declined, bringing up a 3rd down and long.
That penalty is declined. 3rd down.
Joey, this is a special opportunity that the Tanners have. 3rd and long. There's 3rd and shorts, nothing's guaranteed. But this one, you've got to have a stop here, and you've got to get the football back. Specifically keeping it to a minimal game, because it could be 4th down territory if they get enough yards.
3rd and 13, expecting a pass here are the Tanners. Garrier in the shotgun, drops back, looking to fire. Here comes the pressure, and he goes down. It's a sack by number 44, Thomas Canavy, his biggest play thus far on varsity.
Wow, Joey, Thomas Canevy stepping up big. We talked about one of his boys, Connor Foley, also on that defense. Canevy rushing straight through the O-line of Burlington, making a big play, forcing the punt. That is one of the plays that you'll remember if Woburn goes on to win this football game.
That play causing another loss will absolutely force Burlington to punt. It's Ryan Brooks who's back to punt. He sends it away. It's a high arcing kick. Passini goes for it, but instead it takes a Woburn bounce and out of bounds past the 40, and it'll be marked down at the 42.
And Joey Foley was sprinting down the field there. Almost got hit by the football. But Joey, Tanners will have the football going the other way when we come back on Woburn Public Media Center.
As Ferreira goes down the center of the field, and he is gone for a Tanner touchdown. We apologize for the delay there, but it's a huge play for the Tanners to extend their lead.
Wow, Joey, a quick turn of events there as Brian Ferreira makes it a 7-point game. We talk about the record, but who cares at this point? The Tanners need to go and win a football game.
The best blocking of the night so far from the Tanners offensive line. Straight up the middle, almost part of the Red Seas for Ferreira.
And Joey, we haven't talked much about them, but credit to the offensive line. A couple of interesting plays earlier in the game with miscommunications with fumbles, but that was a big play. Whether it be talk about the fullback Thomas Kanevi, who just made his big sack for the team, but also don't forget to emphasize Dante Delagrati, Joe Senna, Jaden Castriota with big blocks there.
Tanners back up for their second two-point conversion of the day, but we have a whistle and a timeout for Woburn.
Timeout.
And we'll be back for the two-point conversion to see if the Tanners can extend the lead to 9 after the break.
Yeah. Thanks, Anthony. I understood it. I understood it.
Back here on WPMC with the score in favor of the Tanners, 14-7. Davis and the offense will come back out for their second two-point conversion opportunity of the night. And a huge momentum swing as we head closer to this fourth quarter. In the third quarter, we've seen Zeke, and the Tanners now have an opportunity to get the lead up to 9, and they will with a successful two-point conversion.
With 2 quick touchdowns, Joey, and 2 big sacks on the other end, it's pretty evident that the Tanners have taken control of this football game. And what a turn of events it has been. Credit guys like Brian Ferreira and Ryan Lunch, but credit the captain leadership from Ryan Piscini, Evan Kolodko, Mark Coutone, and of course, that man, Brian Ferreira.
We've seen success from the Burlington Red Devil offense up to this point, so it's going to be a matter of whether or not the defense can continue to stand tall.
You know, Joey, there has been success for this team, this Burlington team on offense. But we said that last week with Longmeadow. Keep in mind, we are in the third quarter with 3:48 left, and they have only scored 7 points. 7 points. This Tanner defense has only allowed 15 points through 6.5 quarters this season.
Mark Coutone and the special teams unit break their huddle, and they're now back out to send the ball away to Burlington. It was Ryan Brooks on the return last time, and he is back out here now.
And here comes the Australian national, Michael Nicholas, making another appearance on the field as he leads his special teams out.
Coutone back and ready to send it away as Burlington will get the ball back with 3:48 to go. Coutone with a deep kick for the first time this season back towards Burlington. And nice coverage there. And it's a minimal gain on the return. Great coverage there by guys like Evan Kolodko and Ryan Pusini.
And that was a big tackle from that man again, Connor Foley. We've mentioned him a couple times tonight, and he's really having a statement game. Here comes the Burlington Red Devils offense trying to respond after 2 unanswered scores.
Burlington has had some success in the pass game, mostly thanks to guys like number 10, the quarterback, Garrier. And it's a minimal gain on first down. Pass was complete from Garrier to number 11, John Mello.
And that's how this Tanner defense needs to keep it. To keep time going off the clock and to keep gains to a minimum.
Garrier in the empty set formation. 4 receivers stacked wide to the top of your screen. He's looking that way now, fires towards the middle. It's complete near the 40, avoiding a man, 35. Now getting to the 40, they lower the shoulder to the Tanners to get the tackle. But it's a nice chunk gain there for the Red Devils.
And it's that man again, Joseph Poland, evading many tackles, like you said, Joey. Whether it be Connor Foley, whether it be Evan Kolodko. Just a nasty skill play from the young man.
Poland lined up in the slot and came all the way across the field right away. And Garrier found him wide open. It's stripped to the top again with Poland lined up as the lone running back. It's a handoff to him. He goes off tackle towards the 45.
And I wonder, Joey, if Joseph Poland is telling himself in his head, my team has lost control of this football game. I'm going to take it right back. And after these last 2 plays, it looks like that's what he's trying to do. Let's see how the Tanners can notice that and really calm him down.
Second down now with under 2 minutes to play here in the third quarter. The Tanners, after an offensive explosion to start the third quarter, find themselves up by 9, 16-7. Garrier looking to get his team back into this ball game. It's a handoff on second down back to Poland, who goes off tackle. Was upended there, but lunges forward for some extra yardage.
Poland once again. Third down and short here. You'd expect Burlington to go for it if they didn't convert.
1:17 left to go, and it's 3rd and 1 for Burlington from their own 49-yard line. Shotgun formation again. Trips out to the right. It's an up the middle run to Poland, who across the 40 lost his balance. If he didn't, he would have had a lot more green grass in front of him. But nonetheless, it's a first down.
Poland once again, and you have to ask yourself if Burlington's coaches are just feeding Joseph Poland the football right now as they go fast. Garrier here back in his shotgun.
2 receivers offset to the bottom of your screen as Garrier looks towards the sideline. Now gets back into place, back into the shotgun where he's been all night long. He's a second-year varsity quarterback as he hands it off to Poland, who goes off tackle again and is taken down towards the sideline.
Poland once again as he becomes second and short, really charging this Red Devils team down the field.
9 seconds. Counting down, it doesn't look like the Red Devils will get another playoff before the conclusion of the third quarter, and we'll be back for the start of the fourth quarter after a quick break on WPMC. 12 minutes to go. We are back to start the final 12 minutes of play, once again with the Tanners up 16-7. They had all the offensive momentum in that third quarter to get all 16 of their points, and they now have the lead.
And here come the Red Devils charging down the field with 12 minutes left.
Gary in that shotgun. He's got some receivers out wide to both sides. Signaling, now drops back, and it's a handoff to Poland, who tries to evade the lineman and gets a few yards, but it's good enough for a first down.
There's that man again, Joey. They really got to find a way to stop him.
They're relying on him to get a lot of their offensive momentum back, similar to what they had in the first half.
Now, Burlington, you have to say, are in field goal range. Of course, field goal drama in their last game. Could it happen again, as they are 2 scores down in this football game?
Trips out wide to the bottom of your screen. Guerrier in the shotgun, handoff to Poland again. Evades a defender, diving forward on the first down run.
Burlington really mixing and matching their formations there. You know, full house, trips, whatever. They're throwing everything at this Tanners team. But the one common thing about every single play is it's going to one man, Joseph Poland.
Guerrier in the shotgun again, signaling to his receivers. Now we'll bring it in a few steps. Takes the snap, hands it off. And a nice defensive play there by the Tanners.
And Joey, you mentioned it at the top of the show. Jaden Castriota has played a couple plays throughout the season on defense, but really a big play there to stop the run. And it is second down and about 4.
The penalty on that play will be a holding call, dropping Burlington back a few yards. Due to the penalty, it will be a 2nd and 14 for Guerrier and the Red Devil offense next. Guerrier takes the snap. It's a play action. Souza was faked out down the sideline. It's almost caught, but it is not. Matt Souza was there on the pressure, and he almost took down Guerrier, or excuse me, the running back Poland. But Guerrier was the one still with the football.
And make sure to stay tuned next week for a massive football game against BC High right back here at Connolly Memorial Stadium. Me, and Joey, and I will both be here for that one, as well as the whole Woburn Public Media Center crew. But let's go back to this big football game tonight. Here are the Red Devils, 3rd and about 15.
Needing a big chunk of yardage here, but it might be 4-down territory late in the game. It's a play action again, rolling out right. It's a quick pass, and it's caught near the sideline. That will bring up 4th down either way.
Ryan Brooks there again for that catch on 3rd down. But like you said, Joey, 4th down. And the Red Devils, they probably should be going for this play, as they are down 16-7 with 9:34 left. And keep in mind, this clock is a running clock.
9:27 and counting. Guerrier back in the shotgun. 2 receivers, the top 2 receivers to the bottom. Guerrier drops back, looking to pass, looking right, firing, corner. It's intercepted by the Tanners. It's number 10, Mark Catone. He had 2 interceptions in one game last year. It's his first of the season now, and the Tanners will take over.
And Joey, we talked about senior leadership, we talked about Colotco, we talked about Passini, but there is another leader stepping up with Mark Coutone. We haven't seen him much on the offensive end like we did last game, but here he comes and steps up big on the defensive end.
It's another coach's huddle for Coach Belcher and company as they get set up for another big drive on offense. And we'll be back after a quick break here on WPMC. Back here on WPMC after the Coutone interception that got back the Tanners the football. It's a handoff to Ferreira, who bounces off tackle for a nice gain on first down. It's Josh Popa once again on the tackle, who's been all over the field tonight for the Red Devils on the defensive side. After a 9-yard gain for Ferreira on first down, that'll bring up 2nd and 1. Full house formation again. It's another handoff to Ferreira up the middle, using his strength to pick up the first down.
Big run there by Ferreira, showing how he is a workhorse back, and he's been doing it all night.
Inching every bit closer to that all-time leading rusher record to take over Tom Hart. Davis back under center, takes the snap, hands it off to Ferreira again, but we've got a whistle and a false start, it looks to be, for the Tanners.
False start on the play there. Sigsbury coming out for Ryan Lush. Stay tuned after the game. We will have an interview for you.
And the Woburn Tanners will take a timeout and will take the break with them with 7:18 left to go. The score still stands 16-7 in favor of the Tanners. Back here on WPMC with Caden Davis under center. He'll hand it off. Off tackle run for Ferreira, and it's a cluster of Burlington Red Devils that will take him down. Sigsbury will come out once again from Ryan Lush, as Caden Davis finishes his conference with Coach Belcher and goes back into the offensive huddle. 6:48 and counting left in the final stanza of this ball game. Davis under center with Canavy in the backfield. It's Lush who comes in motion, looking at the sweep. Going to get the edge as always, and is out of bounds near the 35, the 40-yard line.
Lush, another play, trying to get to the edge there, as we know what speed he can produce when he gets to his spots on the field. As an injured player on the field, we'll take an injury time out. We'll be back in a sec.
Back on WPMC with the score 16-7 with 6:17 left to go. Caden Davis and the offense back out on the field. And they'll go back into the huddle to make sure they know the play as we have time ticking here in the fourth quarter. Lush offset top of your screen, the two other receivers. Davis waiting to take the snap. No need to rush. Up 9 here in the fourth quarter. And Davis now does take the snap. It's a fake handoff read option. Davis with some speed to the 45, and it's good enough for a first down, but we have a penalty flag on the field. But it'll be an offensive holding going against Woburn, which will push them back. 5:32 left to go.
Let's see if that holding call could be dangerous for the Tanners. They are up 9, but never rule anything out in high school football.
That's indeed true, Zeke. Davis back into the huddle now, breaks the huddle. Under center he goes. Takes the handoff, but it's a play action. He'll run again with some space, jukes a man, but is taken down by his legs.
And Joey, we know this is towards the end of this football game, but you never know. The Tanners could be discovering something with the legs of Caden Davis, as he hasn't been completely successful with the ball in his arm. But with his feet, he could do anything.
That's a storyline we brought up against Longmeadow last week, but we didn't see much of it. But as you said, Zeke, it's becoming more apparent here in week 2 against Burlington. Lush out to punt now here on 4th down. Sends it out. It's taken in by Hannafin. Hannafin across the 40, 45, near midfield. Still churning, but taken down just past midfield.
Punt return by number 15, Hannafin.
Quick pass out there by number 10, the quarterback. That's Garrier, Anthony Garrier. Pass was complete to Hannafin. Caden Davis was the man on the tackle. Second and 3 at the 41, upcoming for the Red Devils, as a whistle will stop play and will take a timeout by Burlington. With 3.5 minutes left to go in the fourth, back after a quick break. back here on WPMC. 3.5 minutes to go. Burlington back on the ball. Guerrier drops back, looking to pass. Steps up in the pocket, fires deep downfield towards the corner. It's out of bounds. He was throwing into double coverage. A late flag comes in.
Foley Piscini there on coverage. Really
Penalty flag on the
looked
field.
like
We'll
he was
have
out
to
of the
check
field.
that. Each team thinks it's on their opponent. We're going to see what the referees come up with.
Half the distance to the goal line here. Calling a personal foul on the defense here. Really questionable call. Coach Belcher is not enjoying this call.
That flag will constitute a personal foul against the Tanners, which will bring up the spot of the ball for the Red Devils. And we have another stoppage here that will bring the teams to their respective sidelines. 3:21 to go. The score is 16-7 in favor of Woburn. Back on Woburn Public Media Center with 3:21 left to go in the final quarter of tonight's ball game. Guerrier and the Red Devils offense find themselves down 9 within scoring range.
And Joey with 3:21, this
Two
is a
receivers to the
massive
top,
play.
one to the bottom. Mello was the lone, comes in motion. He's got a wheel route. They look towards him. The pass is complete, and he is in for a Red Devil touchdown. With that touchdown, the Red Devils find themselves back within one possession. 3:13 to go. Pending the extra point, they can get themselves within 2.
The Burlington student section really playing their part here as
The
Burlington
extra
inch
point
closer in this
upcoming
game.
here for the Red Devils. The snap is a little high, it gets down. The kick is still good, and with that, the Red Devils make it 16-14. Now the Tanners will have to try and possess the ball as well they can with 3:13 left to go.
The kickoff for Burlington. This is going to be a big one. Can the Tanners compile some first downs here to win this football game? Because it's awfully close. A field goal from Burlington, if they get the ball back, could win this football game.
It'll be Ryan Brooks to send the ball back to the Tanners. Tanners have 2 deep men. Instead, they go onside. Does the ball go enough yardage. It does not. It'll be an illegal onside kick as the ball did not go the minimum 10 yards. There was a Burlington player there to receive it had it gone far enough, but it did not kick out of bounds.
And Joey, failure to convert that onside kick is going to make it very difficult. But like I said, Woburn still need to get some first downs to win this football game.
Caden Davis and the offense will come back out now onto the field. And with 3:13 to go, I think their biggest goal here is to compile some first downs and take some time off this play clock. Caden Davis back under center. It's the heavy full house formation once again. It's a handoff to Ferreira, who stopped quickly. But the clock will continue to run.
Trying to do here. Run the football, waste time.
A whistle and a stoppage here, and it'll be a timeout for Burlington. And we'll be back after a break to play out the final 2:57 here at Conley Memorial Stadium. Back here on WPMC with Caden Davis back under center in the full house formation after the kick out of bounds. Ferreira bouncing it off tackle, had some room there, but he's taken down from behind. Ryan Ellis had the tackle there for the Red Devils.
Burlington could get another chance at this football game.
Reminder for those following Tanners football, we will be back here next week at Conley Memorial Stadium to face off against BC High. BC High yesterday came away with a 44-7 win against the Reading Rockets. It's been a struggle up to this point for Reading in their first two games post the James Murphy era at quarterback. As the Tanners finally break their offensive huddle and go back out onto the ball.
Notice Coutone at the bottom here. It could be a big piece in a blocking on a run to the left.
Toss to Ferreira, flag flies. He's ripped down. We'll have to check the penalty.
Still waiting for the flag call here.
Refs still discussing the call as they figure out the correct spot of the ball. It'll be a holding against Woburn, which will push them back 10 yards.
And even a potential field goal could be a lot harder now.
2:43 left to go. 16-14. Tanners up by 2. Caden Davis struggled in the first half with the multiple turnovers, but the Tanners got all 16 of their points in that third quarter to get out to this lead. Handoff to Ferreira. He's got some space, makes a man miss, and lowers his shoulder to get some extra yardage. And he's taken down past the 35.
And here's a question that must be answered. Will Coach Belcher send out team kicker Mark Coutone for a big field goal, or will they go for it?
2:10 and counting left to go. We'll see if Mark Coutone comes out. If a fourth down does arise. But also, the Tanners are definitely comfortable with going for it if they are close to a first down. And the closer to the end zone they get, if they turn the ball over, it causes Burlington to have to drive further down the field. Davis in the shotgun, single back formation, whistle. Delay of game going against Woburn, which will push them back 5 yards with 1:38 to go. Davis back out onto the field now, 1:38 to go. As I said, 4th down and 11 upcoming. A big play as the Tanners will go a play action pass here. Davis escaping, can't go down. He does go down near the 45-yard line. It's a big sack by the star running back, Joseph Poland.
It's time, Joey. It's time for the defense to make a big play here, a big stop, so the Tanners can be 2-0. But it's not a given. This is a good Burlington team.
Indeed, the defense does need to take a step up here. 90 seconds to go. We'll see what the Red Devils can cook up. Not in plus territory just yet. Back here on WPMC after the clock adjustment, which will put 1:43 back on the clock, as that is the time that Davis went down, as 26 Ryan Brooks comes in motion. Guerrier drops back, looking to fire deep, decides not to, rolls, open man downfield, it's caught down the sideline, and finally taken down after a massive gain. And Burlington find themselves already in field goal range. That play gets them all the way down to the 8-yard line. It's goal to go now for the Red Devils.
Joey, what a sequence of events there. The Tanners are going to bring it all the way down to the wire here. A field goal is possible.
Now the Tanners really do need to step up after the lapse on defense there. And Guerrier still finding himself in the shotgun. 2 receivers top, 2 receivers bottom. Barking out some signals. Back to the shotgun. Takes the snap. Looking, rolling out right. Evades a defender, still rolling. Corner of the end zone. Incomplete. .124 to go.
Guerrier opting to throw the ball away there as 2nd down looms. And what could be an easy field goal if the
Red Devils
do something special
still
here.
in the huddle here, as these upcoming plays are undoubtedly the most important up to this point in the ball game. Some switches being made here. Guerrier with a single back to his hip in the shotgun. Hands it off up the middle. Short of the goal line is the runner, Poland.
Now, Woburn have to start thinking about timeouts here with 1:14 and counting going down.
That'll bring him to the 4-yard line and 2nd down. Clock indeed running as we're about to hit under a minute to go. Red Devils break the huddle. Guerrier in the shotgun with Poland, who's been a great offensive player all night for them, to his hip. He takes the snap. Hands it off. He lost the football. It's taken down by the Tanners, but we'll see.
And it looked like the Burlington player just tried to spike the ball, but he dropped it, but they're still going to
That'll be ruled an incomplete pass, but it almost worked as a spike to set up the field goal opportunity with 33 seconds to go. The Tanners, with a made field goal by Burlington, will have limited time to get down and try to get a field goal of their own. Drama here early, or late. The snap, the kick. There's a flag on the play. It looks like it'll be an offsides on Woburn. Assuming that is the case, the Red Devils will take their 3 points. That is offsides on Woburn. The Red Devils have elected to replay fourth down.
The field goal becomes much shorter now for that flag, but they're sacrificing icing the kicker here.
Yes. The Red Devils now go to the line for their second kick. This one shorter than the first. The first was good. Drama here late. Burlington lost on a field goal last week, now have the opportunity to take the lead. It's blocked! The kick is blocked! The kick is blocked! And the Tanners will take over the biggest play of the season. And the Tanners, up to this point, it's the young man Thomas Canavy who comes up with the football. Oh my goodness! It's Bedlam here at Conley Memorial Stadium. The Tanners now take over. Burlington has no timeouts left. Virtually, the Tanners can just go into victory formation. With 24 seconds to go, Davis back out on the field. It looks like it'll be victory formation. And oh my goodness, some late game heroics by the special teams unit. And that is how the Tanners are going to win this ball game. Caden Davis drops down to a knee. The final seconds will tick away. And a decision there upcoming. A decision that ended up being costly for Burlington was to elect to take the shorter field goal as they made their first kick, missed the second one on the block by the Tanner special teams. And the Tanners will extend their record to 2-0 as next week they'll take on BC High here at home, Conley Memorial Stadium. A tale of two halves as we're back on WPMC. Caden Davis undoubtedly struggled on the first half of play. He had multiple turnovers, multiple interceptions, some miscommunications with Brian Ferreira on the snaps in the first half as well. The offense exploded for all 16 of their points in the third quarter, and the Burlington Red Devils in the fourth quarter had an amazing sack to get the ball back with 90 seconds to go. and the Tanners gave up a field goal, but instead they were offsides on that play, which caused the coaching staff to have to make a decision on whether or not to take the field goal or not. It was up to the coaching staff. They elected to take the shorter kick, and that ended up being a costly decision by head coach George Bailey. We'll be back after the break for more final thoughts on WPMC. We're back here on WPMC after once again some late game drama. The Woburn Tanners come away with a game-winning field goal block after the Burlington Red Devils, elect to take the shorter kick after making the initial kick to go up 17-16. And as I said, the Tanner Special Teams unit comes away with the game-saving block. And now we'll send it down to my broadcast partner, Zeke Altman, who's with one of the heroes of the game, Ryan Lush, who had the second receiving touchdown. Zeke?
With your Ryan Lush, wow, what a game. I still taking it in. Ryan, how are you feeling about that amazing game?
Wait, sorry.
Incredible game. How are you taking this in right now?
I'm taking it in, obviously a great win. We came out at the start of the first half, obviously not too well, 4 turnovers, but we came in and we really did what we're supposed to. We do it all, baby, let's go! Hey, talked it up, and we still were supposed to. We came on the field and we kicked some butt, so couldn't ask for anything better with the team,
A big play in that game to change momentum was your touchdown and an amazing throw by Caden Davis. He had some trouble, but how do you love that play and the quarterback play?
That started off with practice. 2 practices ago, we ran that play, I want to say, about 30 times. It was a rough practice for me. I dropped a couple balls, and we were all really frustrated with each other, But towards the end of the practice, we really just stuck together, and we ran that play over and over and over and over and over again. And that, it translated to the field. So.
And final question, Ryan. Two big wins against teams like Longmeadow and Burlington, but a big game coming up against BC High. Are you excited for that one?
We're excited. We have guys going over to watch BC High. We have film. We've been studying. We've been practicing, and we should be just all right. So we're going to have a nice week of practice, and we should be fine. We're ready to take them on at home.
Thank you for your time, Mr. Lush. What a game.
Thank you for having me. Thank you.
Back to Joey.
Thank you, Zeke, and thank you, Ryan. Ryan, congratulations on the win. Once again, from Conley Memorial Stadium, your final score, Woburn 16, Burlington 14. For our crew, producer Anthony Gilio, director Anthony Gilio, producer Kevin Burkett, camera people Just Patel, Sam Dutton, and Haley Lalamier. I am Joey Matroni, signing off for Zeke Altman. We'll see you next week for BC High.